Hello, it's Phil at digitaldjtips.com with a look at the Reloop RHP-10 headphones. These are a closed DJ headphone, and they are what I'd call a mid-range headphone. They're not cheap, but they're not up there with the, all singing, all dancing luxury headphones with leather this and all that kind of stuff. They're kind of like somewhere in the middle there. They're designed to do the job while not having all the bells and whistles of the higher end models. Having said that, they do have at least one bell and whistle of their own, which is this piece here. They are all individually numbered. They're limited edition. They're in all kinds of colours. These are obviously the blue ones, but the white ones seem quite popular as well. There seem to be about half a dozen colours of these out there. You can see from the construction that they're a pretty standard looking DJ headphone. They've got the kind of horseshoe holder for the closed cup that goes over your ear. The drivers are a decent size. The headband, this one is kind of lined in material rather than leather. There's no leather on this at all. A plastic top with a nice Reloop logo, strong hinges with aluminium reinforcing, and the plastic here is kind of rubberized, so it's quite nice to touch. The actual cups themselves are plastic. You can see these ones have got a small hole, a small sound hole, which means that they're going to sit on your ear. However, Reloop does provide a couple of these, so you can have them. You can exchange these and then have them so that they go completely over your ear as well. So you get kind of like a comfort choice there. Now, as DJ headphones should be, they hold your head quite tightly, which is obviously to cut the background noise out as much as possible. It does mean after extended wearing they're going to become uncomfortable. As I say, that's part of the design. They're a DJ headphone, not a hi-fi sit in your comfy chair style headphone. Because they're a DJ headphone, they have certain features. The cable is coiled, which means you can stand near your gear and the cable won't get under your feet, but you've got room to move around in the DJ booth should you need to. And it's also detachable. So this is a locking, very well, locking detachable cable, which you just turn anti-clockwise and it comes off like that. See, told you it was locking well. And when it's locked, it's not going to go anywhere. So that's the cable, and it is gold plated everywhere. So you've got gold plated insert there. This one here is gold plated as well, and also you can see that the cable only goes into one part of the headphone, which saves you having two cables getting in your way when you're DJing. So all pretty standard stuff then, but it's done very well. They're lightweight, they seem to be very durable, they're nicely priced, they're quite stylish as you've seen. They also come with a stylish little DJ bag, and I really like them. Sound quality, of course, is a very important thing, and I found these, the bass was very good. We compared them to some Dr. Dre's we had in the office, and we couldn't fault either of them, so they're up there with some really expensive headphones. The mid-range and the treble equally were nice. They weren't too tiring, and more importantly for DJs is the isolation. And especially if you use these, they isolate the outside world really well and give you a kind of cocoon to do your manual beat matching in and to get the outside world locked out when you're trying to select and set cue points and all that kind of thing in a noisy club. So they're the Reloop RHP-10s. There's full information on the website, including current pricing.